to me anymore. So what exactly are you doing? Are you boosting crop yield? Are you taking data? Are you doing prediction? What exactly are you doing on your platform? AI powered doesn't do anything. My phone right now is able to do so when I hear AI powered, it doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, the code is there, but we leave. So good evening, everyone. Sorry I could not come up yesterday as I promised. So hence I'm coming in today. So I want to look at smallholder farmers and the business of agriculture. Smallholder farming and the business of agriculture. The business of agriculture. And the reason I'm doing this is because I have seen a lot of people scan a photo of your crops to detect pest and disease. There are a lot of apps that already do that while promoting organic farming. Those are two different things entirely. So I've had a lot of conversations with young people. I work with a lot of young people. I will check it out though. Food safety, good evening, ma. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. I'm going to look for your website. Crop something. I can't find the website. Do you mind typing it again? Okay, cropcura.com. So I'll check it out. But so yes, I've had a lot of conversations. I've had a lot of people talk and all of that. And one of the things I have realized is a lot of smallholder farmers have still not understood what it means to run their farm as a business. They've still not understood how to run their farm as a business. And if I may go as far as even saying the country as a nation, we've not understood how to take agriculture, especially smallholder based farming agriculture, as a business. And if the nation does not understand and the farmers do not understand, then the smallholder farmer becomes a victim of their crafts. You become a victim of your crafts just because you have not understood how to run your small farm as a business. Because you see, at the end of the day, the problem of the smallholder farmer, it's not the smallness of the farm. Madam Lebile, good evening, ma. It's not the smallness of the farm as much as the problem of the smallholder farmer is the lack of not understanding how to run a business, the lack of the business acumen as a farmer. That is their biggest issue. That is their biggest issue. If you, I mean, I've had some naive people say, hey, Farmer Sam farm is growing because, oh, maybe he's doing money laundry. Oh, maybe he's using investors' money. Oh, maybe he's doing this and that. And I just laugh it off. You see, because if you do not understand what it means to run a farm as a business, you will forget what one of the things I've always said, you will forget the fact that nobody pays you for owning a farm. People only pay you to them they can transact with. The not understand how to run agriculture as a business. There is a blogger somewhere who probably hear this and say, Farmer Sam says government does not know what they are doing and stuff like that, just for a clickbait. So let me explain why I said that. If you are a farmer, or not even if you're a farmer, if you live in Nigeria and you are a Nigerian, you will know that the cost of you to collect anything loan is over 20-something%. So if you need to get any loan, it is over 20-something% to get loan. You know that, right? Now, the reality remains that though the cost of loan is 20-something%, in some cases 30%, the price of food cannot be based on just what you believe you have spent. Let me look for a way to explain that. I will use the perfect example that is happening today, rice. Few weeks ago, the federal government opened the border so that rice can come in. Now, the farmers in Nigeria started complaining, oh, after we have invested so much, this, blah, 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 now we are going to run at a loss and all of that. Now, do I understand their, what's the word? Do I understand their worries? Yes, I do. But is there anything that can be done for that not to happen at the moment? No. And the reason is, you see, if the Nigerian farmer needs to sell his rice at 120,000, the government would need to make the decision and say, if rice goes to 120K, 200K per bag, how many people can live, what we call living wage? How many people can afford to buy this? And if a lot of people cannot buy it, it can bring about unrest in the country. So what the government will then do, which is what any responsible government will do, is, can we find a location where we can get rice cheap and allow them bring in rice? I'll give an example. With all the people clamoring online right now, oh, why did government open border, blah, blah, blah. If you find out that opening border, for example, we allow you to buy rice, one bag of rice at 10,000 naira. Question, will you still criticize the opening of the border? The most likely answer is no. Because as a consumer, you are now happy that rice is very affordable. That rice is very affordable. Now, this is where I'm going. But if you look at the cost of taking loan, the question then becomes, why would the farmer take that money to produce food if the food cannot guarantee the interest rate? We are not even talking about guaranteeing your profit after you've paid the interest. That is one. Two, most of the commercial loans that you have are structured in a way that you need to start paying back the loan a month after you collected or received the loan. But the farmer is not going to start harvesting a month after collecting the loan. You see, which means the financial sector, the financing instrument provided by the country is not built to help the farmer. So that's why I said the government itself has not really understood it yet. Three, you apply for a loan for whatever you want, but the probability of that money coming when you need it is low. So, number four, most farmers are not credit worthy yet, because before you throw money at somebody, you should have helped them gain a bit of financial literacy. And where financial literacy is lacking, whatever money you throw on them will be wasted. Not because they are not sincere, but because they do not have the instrument to manage and grow that money. We have seen it happen time and again. Somebody wins a lottery, wins one award, wins one thing, and they just throw the person some money. Few years down the line, the person is back to poverty. And this is not just about farmers. A lot of Nigerians are not financially literate. And that is why I laugh when I hear people say, I am trying to build a future where I'll be financially secure, but you don't have financial wisdom. So they make all the wrong investments based off on the experience of another person who also does not know anything. I'll give an example. The proof that a lot of Nigerians do not have financial literacy. Have you ever seen a person, or has it ever happened to you that somebody gifted you good money? Or you did a business and got some good profit, maybe 10 million, maybe 50 million, maybe 100 million. And you are not able to explain how you spent the money until the money probably got to 1 million naira, 500k, 200k. That was when your sense now came back. You now realized you had better management for 1 million than the 99 million that you wasted. Better management for 5 million than the 20 million naira that you wasted. Better management for 5k than the 100k that you wasted. What it tells you is the money that you are able to manage, where your wisdom kicks in, is the level of your financial literacy. Anything you earn above that, it is emotions and stupidity that makes the decision, not you. Not you. But you are not aware. So now imagine putting money in the hands of those people for agric. They will waste it not out of wickedness, but out of ignorance. So if we are going to run farming, if you are going to be a farmer, whether smallholder or not, you need to understand how to run your farm as a business. Somebody chatted me up when I just started, and the person is saying, I want to start a rabbit farm and I do not have money. I can also almost guarantee you that not only do you not have money to start the farm, you don't have the knowledge to run a profitable rabbit farm. I can almost tell you that for free. You do not have the knowledge, the requisite knowledge. How do I know you do not have a requisite knowledge? I have some young persons who, when they tell me, hey, Farmer Sam, I'm leaving, I want to go and start my farm somewhere, I personally say, take money, grow for me. Why am I telling you to take money to grow for me? Because I have seen how you managed a farm. I have seen your results in running a farm. You did well. If you are doing well and you are telling your guy, I want to go and start my rabbit farm, your guy will trust you enough to give you money. The place where you showed proficiency will trust you enough to give you funds. I remember years back when I was still in my former company and we needed to do yam aeroponics. IITA, a True Yield Swap project, sponsored by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, I think they gave us, was it $50,000 or $60,000 to support what we are doing. So if you are not getting funding, if people are not pursuing you with funds, they are telling you you are not having value. Vision and value are two different things. Vision is your ability to see far. Value is your ability to say, I have results to show. If we don't see value, your vision is just a dream, it's just a wish. There is something that we see that makes your vision become believable. I'll give you an example. Imagine, for example, there is a race tomorrow and they say Farmer Samson is racing Usain Bolt. And they are asking you, who do you think will win between Farmer Sam and Usain Bolt? The reality is, even though Usain Bolt has retired for a while, you would realize the fact that, wait, this guy has had results. And based on his results and Samson's 0 results, this guy's result speaks louder. If Farmer Sam says tomorrow, I want to open an athletic school, Usain Bolt says, I want to open an athletic school, who do you think will get more people? And both of us say we don't have money. By default, Usain Bolt has showed a vision. He has shown results rather. He did not own an athletic school when he was running, but there is the value that has been seen that will make people say, oh, you want to start this? Some will donate, some will invest, if we have money to start. So the person that spoke about rabbits, that is the answer to your question. Go and find a place to serve to show you have value. You will get money to start. So why is it important that you understand the business of agriculture? Now, remember this, very important. Let's assume there are 200 million Nigerians. Let's assume there are 200 million Nigerians. I want to do a calculation. Let's say on an average, we spend 500 naira to eat per day. On an average, we spend 500 naira to eat per day, 100 million, 100,000 million billion. It means daily, we are spending about 100 billion to eat. Daily, 100 billion naira to eat. 100,000 million billion trillion. And per year, we are spending 36.5 trillion naira eating. 36.5 trillion naira eating per year. That's what it means. Now, if we are spending about, thanks engineer Mrs., if we are spending about 36.5 million naira eating in Nigeria every year, we have not counted the parties, the owambes, the ceremonies, the burials, the wasted food and all of that. The question then becomes, why is the farmer who is responsible for a 36.5 trillion naira industry poor? Why is the farmer responsible for an economy worth 36.5 trillion naira broke? Because remember, we have not even added the fact that agriculture is responsible for shelter. Agriculture is responsible for the pharmaceuticals. We've not added all of that. This is just primary eating, fresh food eating, not processed or anything yet. So, why is that farmer poor? You realize that the poverty of that farmer most of the time stems from lack of business acumen. Lack of business acumen. And it is important that the farmer develops their own business acumen. Their own business acumen. It is important. The farmer needs to build it by themselves, for themselves. The farmer needs to build it. And if you are not able to build your farm as a business, then what you just have is an expensive hobby that feeds you once in a while. So, what are some of the things that you need to look at? Number one, as a farmer, you need to build your financial literacy. You need to understand figures. You need to understand how money works. Very important. You need to understand what money is, how money plays, how money is generated. You need to understand it. You cannot be a farmer. I've heard people say things like, I don't like money. You don't need to like, I don't like numbers. You don't need to like numbers. Put a naira or a dollar sign behind and like it. Because you see, as a farmer, You must get to that point where you understand that every decision you are making has a financial implication at the end of the day. Every decision that you are making has a financial implication. Very, very important. So, do you understand finance? Do you know how to track what you are doing? Do you understand the cost of the decision that you are making? Have you weighed it naira and kobo? I made a post where I spoke about you can farm for income, you can farm for job creation, you can farm for food security. You see, if you do not have financial intelligence, regardless of what you pick, it will not be sustained. Financial intelligence is the bedrock of sustainability of your business. Whether your business will thrive or die depends on your understanding first of finance. Do you understand finance? Do you understand how to read the financial statement of your company? Do you even know how to prepare it? You cannot assess finance. Somebody is asking me, how can you assess your investment opportunities for your business? You don't understand finance to assess it. Most of you don't even understand finance to assess it. I had a conversation sometime with some people past, and we were discussing, and we said, see, there is more money available for agric than there are people available that can access it. Quote me anywhere. Most people that are running businesses do not understand their numbers. They do not understand their numbers. They don't know how to make financial decisions. Their decisions are based on emotions. They are based on emotions. So, do you understand finance? 2, do you understand market dynamics? Do you understand market dynamics? Because if you are a business, you are not farming to eat. You are farming to sell. Just a minute, please. You are farming to sell. You are farming to sell. Sorry about that. And if you are farming to sell, it means that I need to understand the buying pattern of the market. I need to understand the market forces. I need to understand how competition plays and what my role is in the market. What niche do I have? For example, for a very long time in Nigeria, we have had season in, season out. This year, there will be no enough cassava. Price of cassava will go up. The following season, everybody will plant cassava because they want to make money. The next year, price of cassava will fall. Why? Everybody rushed in. And it has been like that for a while. For tomatoes, at some point, price of tomatoes will go up. At some point, price of tomatoes will come down. That cycle has been like that for a while. Have you taken time to study the market? Have you actually sat down to say, okay, I want to understand this market dynamics. I want to understand the forces that control the market where I play. Most of you have never done that. But yet, you are blaming the sector. Do you understand the buying pattern of your customers? Most importantly, have you created a buying culture for your customers? Yes, you heard me well. Buying culture. Do you have customers that you can say every Monday these people buy? Or are you still at that level where you don't know when your customers will come to buy? Then you are not yet in business. You are not yet in business. In my book, I highlighted my book called The Wizard Farmer. I took time to describe the 12 ways that a farmer can sell. Because let me explain, let me give you an example. And I'm sure some of us know this, what is it called? Bonvita, Milo, and Co. If I ask right now, when is the best time to take Bonvita? When are you supposed to take Bonvita? What would we say? Morning, afternoon, or evening? If I ask when are you supposed to take Bonvita, I am sure that most people will say morning, that we should take Bonvita in the morning. But the question is there a scientific reason why you should take Bonvita in the morning? Or is it because of the adverts that you were watching? Is it because of the adverts that you were watching that programmed you to believe Bonvita is for morning? Think about it logically. You will realize that it is adverts that told you Bonvita should be in the morning. Anything tea should be in the morning. Swallow should be in the evening. There is no scientific proof why. But what were they trying to tell you? They were trying to create a culture that if you must take tea, take it, or not if you must. They are trying to create a culture and telling you take tea every morning. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain? Another example would be, I can't think of another example. Programming. Okay, let's use all these companies that does glutamate, that's Maggi, Royco, and Co. Can I put Maggi or Royco or Dawa Dawa or Knorr cubes inside yam? If I am boiling yam, can I put it inside? Your answer will most likely be no. And if I say, where can I put it? You will say, put it in your stew or soup. Why should I put it in my stew or soup? Because you were programmed from their adverts on how to use it and where to use it. Now, because they assume that you must cook soup at least 2-3 times a week, it gives them an idea on how you should use it. So they can use that to predict the future of how much they will sell. When you are doing financial projection for your company, and you do not know the buying pattern of your customers, you have not created a buying culture for your customers. Are you really doing a financial projection, or are you just having a wishful thinking? Do you get where I'm coming from? Because if we are going to do financial projections, I need to understand, how does the market think? What will the market want? How do they buy? That is running your small farm as a business. 3, you need to join networks. Because you are small, your impact cannot be felt alone. If you look at big conglomerates, all these FMCGs, they have networks. They have networks, groups, and all that they belong to. But you are acting alone. You don't have any network, you don't have any group, you don't have any system that supports you so that with them you look big. That is why you are struggling. If tomorrow they want to reduce price of tomatoes, you don't have tomato association backing you up so that you do not lose. So you are all alone in the pool. You are all alone. Why is it that people that do things like eggs, poultry farmers, poultry, that's whether layers or broilers, why is it that they hardly complain? Because most of the time, except there is a bird flu, they are always most likely at least more profitable than not profitable. Because most of the time, they have a system that forces you to join them. So when you want to sell your bird, they even send a memo a circular to say this is how much we are going to sell per kilo. But you are into plants. Why are you not joining a group so that when the prices are being set, you can argue in case it does not favor you? So that you find a way to ensure that you are favored. That's number 3. Number 4 is training and knowledge. Training and knowledge. The fact that you know how to plant a seed and harvest does not mean you know farming yet. Does not mean you know farming. Again, this becomes worse when you have people parading a simple, oh, come and buy this chemical, your plants will do well. Come and buy this thing, your plants will do well. You know the ones I'm talking about. They make it look like once you buy this one thing, all your problems are done. But the reality is you still do not understand, you don't have the requisite knowledge to do what you are doing. You don't have the requisite knowledge. You don't have the requisite knowledge, and you are not willing to be trained. You don't want to go for training. You are like, trainings are too expensive. I will use YouTube. Okay, oh. That's the equivalent of a medical student saying I will stop going to school and I will use YouTube to learn medicine. There are things you cannot be taught online. There are examples that cannot be shared online. There are practical steps that can never be shared online. It's the reality. Take, for example, I had a training, was in last week, and I charged 500,000 naira per person. 6 people came. Hearing their feedback, it meant that, oh yes, these people learned. Because we ensured that people that came were people that were already in business, and we helped them put a structure around what they are doing. Help them say, okay, have you heard of family governance structure? How do you ensure, if you want to make your business generational, what do you need to put in place so that it is generational? If you want to make it something that your children, your wife, and all can come in, how do you do it? Because when you hear of Ford Foundation and big, not even Ford Foundation, Ford and some companies that are downhill, companies that are over 100 years old, their children and children's children are the ones still running this company. There is a system that makes that happen. But you won't go for training. You have not learned the 21st century knowledge. You want to use 1960 knowledge to survive in 2025. And you are wondering why you are struggling. You have refused to learn. Number 4, build partnerships. Build partnerships. Look for people to collaborate with. You are not good enough to handle everything about your business alone. Figure out where you are good, outsource the rest, and provide your service to others where you are good, and have that mutual partnership. Nobody is paying anybody. This is where I am good, I use it for you for free. Where you are good, you use it for me for free. And we could grow together. Partnership. 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 You must build partnership. Mr. Omar, go and check my old class, I think about last month. Go and search my timeline. You will see where I talked about maize farmers. You go and check. Build partnerships. You cannot grow without partnership. You cannot live life alone. You've heard that said severally. Your business too cannot grow alone. Build partnerships. And somebody is thinking, if I build partnership, I've heard a whole lot of bad things about partnership. No, I can't do partnership. I can't do partnership. Try it, fail, learn. Learn how to build partnership. Without partnership, you cannot grow. You are telling a bank to give you money. What do you think that is? Is that not collaboration? That's a form of partnership. Investor give you money. Is that not a form of partnership? Learn to build it. Figure out where you need help. And figure out where you have value. What value can I give to you so that you can help me? When you are telling a bank to borrow you money, what you are telling the bank is, I can give you the value of interest. And the bank will come and check, do you really have that interest value to give back? That is what they are doing in simple terms. Build value. Osita, how are you doing? Build value and look for partnerships. Build partnership with buyers. There are a lot of buyers today that I have met that will tell you, oh, we are so scared of giving farmers money because when you give them money, they cannot deliver. Why are you not the one showing that you can deliver? Have a system that they can check. It cannot be trust me, I will not fail. Trust me, I will not fail does not hold anywhere in the law. How do we prove you know what you are doing? Buyers are willing to give out money. I am telling you that for free. Lot of buyers are willing to give out money. But you do not have the system in place for them to put in money. NGOs are looking for who to give money. When you hear of IDP camp, war in Ukraine, war in Russia, war here, fight there, fight there. What do you think is happening? People are sending things there so that people can eat. People are funding it. Nigeria at some point was having a feed the secondary school, feed the student program. Why are you not the one why are you not one of those contracted to get such contract? Last month, was it last month or early this month? Lagos State launched the 500 billion naira produce for Lagos funds. And they are looking for farmers that they can give money to produce. But they cannot just give it to you because who are you a partner with? Who will validate you? Take, for example, I belong to a club called the Lagos Agri-Innovation Club. Because of that collaboration, that relationship, we can get access to the funding to do what we want to do, farm. But you are a farmer all by yourself, all alone. You are saying you are looking for money. Where? Build partnerships. But that partnership, we must see your value. Your value cannot be, I can do it. Yes, or your state is starting a similar project. Ekiti State has something like that. Niger State has it. I think Jigawa too has it. Kaduna has it. A lot of states have these things. I hear people shout, and they only give the money to briefcase farmer because those briefcase farmers that you call them are the ones that have built proof and have learned how to form partnerships, have learned how to collaborate, have learned how to work with others. You don't belong to any farming organization, no farming body, no agric body, nothing. No market group, nothing. You are just on your own. And you are wondering why things are hard. There is nobody to fight on your behalf. There is nobody to speak for you when you are not there. And you are wondering why things are hard. Number 5 or 6, build soft skills. Build soft skills. Yes, Mr. Samuel, thank you. Build proof so that you can get funding. Number 5 or 6, build soft skills as a smallholder farmer. You don't know how to pitch. You don't know how to communicate what you do. You are shouting, you are shy, you are shy, you are shy, you are shy. You don't know how to speak. You cannot communicate what you do. You don't know how to comport yourself. Nothing. Digital tools, 0. You are chatting me up saying, oh, from a Sam, I need opportunity in the farming sector. We check your media page. Your social media shows you cracking jokes, sharing memes. And you think I am going to take you serious? The answer is no. You have no digital footprint to even say, look at who this person is. No digital footprint, 0. You don't know how to communicate. You don't understand etiquette. You don't have leadership. You don't have emotional intelligence, 0. And you are wondering why your business is not growing. There is no customer you have not shouted on. Any small, don't let me show you my true color. Is it because I'm a farmer? Businessman. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to communicate with people. You don't have emotional intelligence. Because if you are a farmer, again, you need to understand that you are a businessman. You are into business. You are here for money. You can't pitch. You can't do anything. You don't know how to communicate. Communication is not about speaking English. Whatever language you choose to communicate, is there really a dialogue or is it a monologue? Many a time when you tell people to talk about their business, they are carried away by what they do rather than how it helps the hearer. They are carried away by what they are building rather than how the hearer benefits from what they are building. What are you? I'm a farmer. I'm a smallholder farmer. This is all I'm. So you even start hearing victimhood in what they are saying. And the hearer is just bored, like, okay, let me just pretend to listen. Once you are done, bye. We've not learned how to communicate, how to talk, how to speak up, how to be noticed in a conversation. Some of you are like, oh, but I have the fact that I am in a WhatsApp group of farmers. But nobody knows you are there. You've never said anything. Nothing memorable about you. Nothing memorable about you. So, and your business cannot grow. Because you see, before your business becomes a brand, we price your business based on you. Before your business becomes a brand, we are going to price what you do based on who you are, based on what you represent. And in 2025, think about it. The first time you probably heard Farmer Samson or anything, you Googled, right? That's the first thing you did. The first time you hear about anything, the first thing you do is to Google about that person, Google about the company. If we Google you, what will come up? Some of you, if we Google you, the first thing that comes up is Facebook and what's the other one called? Is Facebook and Instagram. That is very sad. Very sad. Okay, let's even say, okay, Facebook and Instagram came up. Let's leave it at that. What are we seeing when we check those pages? What are we seeing when we check those pages? Is there anything that speaks to who you are, what you do? No. Nothing speaks to it. So, online digital skills, online digital tools. Also, your online presence, you need to be intentional about it. You need to be intentional about it. Next, use available tools. Grow with your tools. Before you start growing your farm, grow your tools. Before you start growing your farm, grow your tools. Very, very important. Before you start growing your farm, grow your tools. I can't say that enough. Grow your tools. What do I mean by grow your tools? Before you start going from 1 acre to 50 acres, think of the modern technologies that you can be using to grow your yield where you are. Oh, can I start doing soil testing? Can I bring in pH meter, EC meter? Okay, can I start doing this? Can I improve my yield so that rather than getting 250 grams per plant of tomatoes, I am not getting 1 kg per plant, or 2 kg per plant, 3 kg per plant, 4 kg per plant. Because the problem is, a farmer getting 250 grams per plant is looking for money to expand from 1 acre to 20 acres for 250 grams per plant. That is not growth. That is expansion in stupidity. You are not growing, you are just expanding. And what you don't know, you still do not know. And the problem is, there are things you do not know that because you are small is not killing you. By the time you expand without real maturity in what you know, that expansion would not show forth the weaknesses and loopholes. And that is what will drown the business. Are we together? So, before you start thinking of expanding your farm, grow your tools. Grow your tools. Before you grow the farm, grow the tools. Before you get more land, grow the tools. When the tools are better, your farm becomes better. So by the time you start expanding, you have better tools now to manage properly. Grow your tools. Very important. Grow your tools. Number 7, seek mentorship. Your mentor is not there to give you money. Let me say that clearly. Seek mentorship. Your mentors may not sit down to advise you, but you'll be able to learn from them because you have access to them. If it is a role model, you have no access to role model, you just watch them from afar. Seek mentorship. Stop looking for the A-list name. You may not have access to the A-list name, but look around for people around you to seek mentorship from. You are a farmer on one plot. There is a farmer around you on 1 acre. That is your mentor. But no, some of you are waiting to find Chief Olusegun Obasanjo Awababa to mentor you. No. What he will be teaching you at his level will fly over your head. You won't understand it. Seek mentorship. Seek from people around you, people relatable, people that will understand you. You cannot say you are in Nigeria farming and your mentor is in the UK. Do people have the same issues? There are village people pursuing you. His own village people are supporting him. Seek mentorship. And when you have a mentor, remember that your mentor may have to use you once in a while. It is part of the process. Seek mentorship. That's number 6 or 7. I'm not sure where we are now. Seek mentorship as a smallholder farmer. Learn from others. Next, leverage online resources. Leverage online resources. Notice I did not put online resources first. Leverage online resources. Read about what others are doing. Learn from what others are doing. Post what you are doing. Let us follow your journey. Let us see where you are in your journey. Don't just tell us your dream. Tell us your journey. Leverage online resources. Follow other people doing what you are doing. Learn from what they are writing. You also post your own. Because people will be like, how do I... Check my social media handles. Most of the people I follow are farmers or people around agric or business. I am learning from what they are doing. If I am lucky, they follow me back. They get to see what I am doing. It's not this whole follow me because I followed you. No. Follow you to where? What are you doing? Under still learning from leveraging online. From leveraging online, if it is B part, learn from peer-to-peer learning. Peer-to-peer learning. You are trying to learn from your mentors. Also learn from your colleagues. There are people at your level that you can learn from. You are seeing their result, go and learn from them. I say this all the time. There are people in this agri sector, in this business sector that anytime I say like, Baba, how did they do this thing? Teach me now. There is no shame in it. They are your peers. Learn from them. I have, for example, Okuaki Alabi. He knows how to interact with government, with personalities and all of that. I am learning from him. Flying Farmer, Ogafemi Farmer, great guy. He has this knack for talking to foreigners easily. I am still at that point that when I'm talking to a foreigner at times, my accent will start changing. I am learning from him. Who are you learning from that is your peer? We are doing processing. I had to start learning from Momakato, Lebile Atinuke. Who are you learning from that is your peer? You, in your own case, you are like, no, what you are doing is unique. God called only you. Now let you know. Learn from your peers. It would help. Learn from your peers. Number last, once you have done all of these, you will risk and understand risk management. Risk